Hi guys, welcome to our 9th commentary. And today's commentary will be on Bernard thdtc's rant on the or should I say term. It's also the first time I do a commentary on Bernard thdtc. And this rant is going to suck, because he needs to realize that we can use the or should I say term whenever we want, because it's our choice, not his. But anyways, let's start this commentary.
The or should I say term? Absolutely not.
Hey. Stop right there. This is Carter's VHS Corner speaking to you. Are you about to use the more like term? Bruh, you know that the more like term is getting old and overused nowadays, and you're not in 2015 anymore, you're in 2025. So let's skip this part and move on with the commentary.
And also, was that the best mock name we had to come up with? Because that mock name didn't even sound like a mock name at all. Because that mock name was so stupid.
Oh my Sam's, this term sucks so super mega prismatically hard.
Or should I say, this term rocks.
This term was a huge ripoff to the more like term, which is way better.
Well, dude. The or should I say term is not a ripoff of the more like term. Besides, those terms have nothing in common. And besides, the more like term is getting old and overused nowadays. Because this term has got to be one of the oldest terms ever, and it's always getting old, and it's not nostalgia. And you better not deny the fact that it's always getting old and it's not nostalgia, because I was speaking the truth.
And plus, this term violates my terms policy.
No, it does not. It does not violate your term policy. The more like term does.
Once our studios not even started using the or should I say term in 2024, I was so f***ing pissed.
Well, he did the right thing to use that term. And please, watch your language, you potty mouth.
And next up, look what he did. He interrupted people from using the more like term and forced people to use the or should I say term.
Well, guess what? He can interrupt people from using the more like term and tell them to switch to use the or should I say term whenever he wants. And it's his choice, not yours. Even Carter's VHS Corner did the same thing. By the way, do you know who also did this? I did. Yeah, you heard me. I interrupt users from using the more like term as well. And so as DMS and Juliana the Plotagon Girl and other innocent users that interrupts people from using the more like term. Yeah. Oh, shut your mouth already. And plus, he can interrupt people from using the more like term if he wants to. It's his choice, not yours. It's everyone's choice to do that, not yours. And plus, the or should I say term is not stupid. It's a new term you get to use in your commentaries. And you better not deny the fact that the or should I say term is not stupid, because I was speaking the truth.
Sorry about that.
I don't think you're sorry about that.
Anyways, moving on. I hope this term gets old and overused soon.
Well, guess what? It's not gonna be old and overused soon, unlike the more like term. So, stay mad, you man-child.
Do you know who likes this term? Studios on Carter's VHS Corner, Juliana the Plotagon Girl, DMS Plants vs. Sonny's FTW Classic KLOW FTW 2020, Jason Russell and Chloe and Denise MKHDMC, and Microsoft and uttp.
Well, I actually agree with their opinion.
Well, they suck for doing that, and they should be dead.
Dude, stop bashing their opinions already. And why did you send them a death threat just because they like to use this term? You know death threats are very illegal. And plus, Bernard, if you kill someone in real life, then guess what happens? You will get arrested, have a life sentence, face the death penalty, or even more worse, face execution if you do this in real life. So stop sending death threats.
And do you know who hates this term? Maybe MXD Studios on and Crazy Girl uttp thdtc. Well, I fully agree with them.
Bad user support much. And plus, putting yourself in the hate spot makes you a Christmas yes sunny day no wannabe. Online neutral to Christmas yes sunny day no nowadays.
So or should I say term?
No, screw you for refusing to use the or should I say term and never listening to our advice.
And the Alex Paris volume, because it violates my community guidelines.
Guess what? The Alex Paris volume rocks. And it does not violate your community guidelines. The ear bleeding volume does. Although I use the ear bleeding volume myself because I don't know how to make the Alex Paris volume.
The more like term is so many times better than the or should I say term.
Guess what? The more like term is getting old and overused nowadays.
And a rant.
That rant was so terrible. Because he needs to realize that we can use the or should I say term whenever we want. Oh, and not to mention that Carter's VHS Corner also made a commentary on that rant. But then he made a commentary on it back and featured cussing Splat. But then he took revenge on him by doing a commentary on it back again. I say those two videos rocked, except for the other. And Bernard uttp thdtc, if you're watching this, don't you dare do a commentary on it back. Or else I'll do a commentary on you back. And I'll feature Carter's VHS Corner in it. But anyways, that's the end of my 9th commentary. Bye.